The Boston Celtics bench is the best bench in the NBA. It's not even close. Their bench is going to be one of the key factors in their championship run here in 2024. As we dive into the intricacies of this deep, role-based Celtics bench, it will become abundantly clear why the Celtics are set to clash against whoever comes out of that stacked Western Conference. The Celtics bench are boasting the highest net rating of any team bench this season with a 12.4 net rating. Leaps and bounds better than any other team, let alone competitive teams this year. And it really shows with their chemistry with the starters and the other players coming off the bench. Each player fills their role well and plays it to the extreme, which is a huge part of the second unit's success. Take a look at this play here with the full bench unit. First, notice how we full ring spread the court because everyone can shoot, with our only non-threat from 3 being Kornet up top for the handoff screen. Now these guys know what Sam Greenhouser can do with any space. Kornet notices, hey, no one's really worried about me up here, let me change that, and slips to the paint, where he takes all his shots and makes 68% of them. Both post defenders have to overhelp the easy jam, and Hauser has an easy pass to either Tillman or Brissett. This selfless role play allows the bench players to fill the stat sheet according to their strength and make game impact while doing it. And it shows in their chemistry with the starters and other players coming off the bench. Here's a graph of top East and West competitors' bench and their comparisons to the Celtics in major categories. As you can see here, the Celtics bench ranks first in nearly all major categories. The only bench close in terms of ranking being OKC. The rightmost stat on the graph is player impact estimate. PIE is used to quantify overall impact of the game. If a player, or in our case bench, has a PIE of 54.7, that means theoretically the bench has contributed to 54.7 of the events in any given game. Which is crazy to think, but this data assumes that overall, Celtics bench players contribute to more game actions than the starters. The inverse of this point for the haters would be to mention that the Celtics win margin is also the highest in the NBA at 11.5, meaning they blow out teams pretty often and can play their bench players for extended minutes. But Tatum is still 12th in minutes per game at 35.7, and bench players getting these comfortable reps in during the season will have a huge effect on their impact during the playoffs. Something extremely unique about our main guys coming off the bench is they've gotten better each year with more volume. This allows Horford much more rest for the playoffs, and I'll speak on that later, but first let's look at Kornet. Putting memes aside from this dude and his wild 3-point contest antics, Kornet seems like he vibes well on the team and enjoys his part coming off the bench. Winning all your games helps, but we've seen plenty of examples of players doing too much off the bench and costing their team points. And he's a funny guy, which does well for team morale. This guy went from being almost in his teammates' way on the court to positioning himself for an easy oop every other play.
The Celtics, Tatum, inside. There's Brown. Brown throws it up. Kornet throws it down.
A big part of that is his synergy with Peyton Pritchard. So having to worry less when Porzingis is out and having the option to go extra big against teams more confidently has given the Celtics a much more diverse identity.
Lobs it up. White fakes. Another white pass inside to Kornet. Little hesitation. Holiday.
And now for Peyton Pritchard, man. This guy is him for real. Boston did the right thing by signing him back. I hope the Celtics keep him for as long as possible. Because this dude really takes over when he has the opportunity. He has that ice in his veins. For real though, having a guy off the bench confident in their decision making, being able to play make, distribute, and fill his role well with impact when in alongside the superstars. Not to mention Boston really loves their gritty guys. Crypto P is kryptonite for any team attempting to challenge Boston's depth this playoff run. Sam Hauser's green, and there's not much else to say, so enjoy the green, Taj.
Score that last bucket because Horford did not get underneath. Hammerstrom, what about that? That matchup with Denver didn't go so well over the weekend.
Time to play tonight on the road, and Horford with a triple another.
To the best of his ability, and he still scored easily.
Step back.
4 minutes, 3 minutes to go down the stretch. Devin Booker.
That's it.
Well, he may say he doesn't want to relinquish to work. Simon's on him. Quickly.
Adebayo storms in and gets denied. What a rejection.
7 for 100. Across the lane, Holiday. Horford triple. By a ton. Horford triple.
Last but not least, we have Al Horford. I left this section for last because I think overall he'll be one of the most impactful pieces to the Boston Celtics' success in the playoffs. Playoffs in the NBA are a different animal. It's grittier, more physical, and more mental than the regular season. Due to the factors mentioned before in the Celtics' large win margin, matured core bench players, and overall roster depth has allowed Horford to very healthily make his way to playoffs. Starting in half as many games, sitting in all back-to-backs, and playing slightly less minutes per game, Al Horford will be a monster come playoff time. And if you don't believe me, check his track record.
Ball in the hands of Embiid. His jumper. That won't go. Tatum. Well, that might get him going. Gets the crowd going. Embiid. James Harden with a crossover. Ball poked away by Horford. Embiid against Horford. Knocked away again. Embiid.
Al Horford playing angles, cutting them off full.
Celtics by a dozen. Embiid. Blocked by Horford.
And Antetokounmpo back the other way for the Bucks. Goes to his left. Spins back in and blocked. See, there's that three-man, three green shirts again. And they rip. All right, Horford is excellent in finding space. Giannis blocked by Horford. Oh, he sent it back.
And let's not forget this literal human sacrifice.
And one. Al Horford. A primal scream. And Mike Budenholzer wants them to look at that, and I believe they are going.
Also, listen to what he said after the game.
You were kind of elated about that. You thought it was justified. Can you take us through that?
Yeah, I don't really know what he said to me, but the way he was looking at me and the way that he was going about it really didn't sit well with me. And at that point, I think just something switched with me in the game.
And look what teammates are right there hyping him up. Now this interview reminded me a lot of a recent interview from Peyton Pritchard after he destroyed the same team.
For him, I remember saying that, but I don't know, it kind of lit a little fire in me.
Did you take it personally, even though it may not have been directly?
Yeah, I feel like he's trying to clown one of our teammates, so definitely took it a little personal.
The team mentality bled into the bench starting from Horford, and now all guys are fully invested. All guys also have confidence in their place and role on the squad. Just listen to what Sam Hauser says after his good game against the Trailblazers.
You know, our job is to come in to bring energy, to do the little things really well, and then sometimes we have nights like this where we're a little bit more involved, and we're always ready when our number's called, and that's how we put the work in every day.
That interview sums up the mental of the Celtics bench going into the playoffs. Their increased play as of late has only helped cement their confidence. Celtics are going into the playoffs confident, healthy, rested, hungry, and very, very deep on the bench. This has been Bench Brilliance. If you enjoyed the content, please consider dropping a like, comment, or sub. It means a lot. Thank you.